There's one more story here. We've been talking a lot about these tech companies. There's one more to sneak in here before we get back to that Senate testimony here with Facebook CEO Mark Zuckerberg and Twitter CEO Jack Dorsey. That would be what's happening with Tesla, because shares of Tesla are up more than 6% today on the back of the news that it is going to be joining, being added to the S&P 500. Of course, that's something that a lot of Tesla aficionados have been waiting for. Finally, winning that addition there. It's going to be coming through December 21st when it will be officially added to the S&P 500, but it will be the largest company to be added to the S&P 500. For more on that, though, let's break that down with our own tech expert here in Dan Howley. Because, Dan, I mean, this is obviously something that Tesla fans have been waiting for. They've been waiting quarter after quarter. Finally, it's come.
Yeah, it really has been kind of a long wait for them. And obviously the bulls would have said that we should have been doing this a long time ago, even if it didn't exactly meet the standards that it needed to be listed. But I think that this is something that a lot of investors in Tesla will say gives the company an even greater air of legitimacy, especially against the larger automakers that are out there. And that I think is something that really is worth looking at, especially when it comes to some of the more fervent folks who invest in this firm and believe that it is on the verge of changing the world. Tesla does have all of its technology behind it. They don't have very many third-party partners that provide them with parts. They try to keep everything that they can in-house to make sure that the technology that they've worked on is used in their vehicles, and they haven't shared it with anyone else. But I think when you look at where Tesla's going, you still have to look at how many vehicles it's producing a year, if it's hitting the targets. And it said it's going to hit its 500,000 targets, yes. But I do, wonder how much longer it can keep up. And, when the major auto brands start to really kind of push it to the max as far as getting into the electric business, how long Tesla can hold on to its lead that it has right now, and how long people will kind of continue to flock to the cult of Musk.
Yeah, I just want to take, joining the S&P 500 is a big deal. And a lot of people thought it was a slight of some kind, or that there was something wrong with Tesla, and that was the justification for the S&P's delay. But this isn't an automatic thing, and they're going to take their time. It's not like you just meet all the requirements and boom, you're in. But I just want to add, I was just, a headline just crossed, and this is kind of an opinion piece, but Keurig Dr. Pepper could actually be the next company after Tesla to join the S&P 500, because they are now satisfying a share requirement where their public float makes up more than 50% of the shares outstanding. So that's just another technical consideration. But this really legitimizes the company. And they've had so many, who would have thought 2 years ago we'd be here? Elon Musk's net worth just surpassed that of Mark Zuckerberg's. Today alone, he's worth $113 billion, which makes him the third richest person on the planet. So it's a good day for Elon, I would say.
Yeah, and Jared, I mean, you might not have noticed it if you looked into Mark Zuckerberg's eyes. I don't think he even blinked by the fact that he may have been surpassed by Elon Musk. He might not have noticed himself. But when we talk about the addition, it's right of you to point out that, it's not a slight at Tesla, despite the fact that maybe some Tesla fans out there may have taken it that way. There are certain metrics that they do have to meet when we talk about profitability. But one of the big questions that was always out there was part of these credits that Tesla gets that had been selling to a lot of these other manufacturers that haven't been making electric vehicles. There are questions about how much that revenue is going to take a hit as we move forward here. We've seen GM pour billions of dollars into their own electric efforts. I mean, that is an actual question that investors are asking right now.
Yeah, and certainly Tesla's going to face way more competition, but to that point, it doesn't seem to be really tempering the stock at all. You look at where it's been trading, it's more than quadrupled in this year alone. We're seeing the shares up almost 7%. And of course, it's seen a huge run up since that 5-for-1 stock split we saw back in August. We've got much more coverage here on Yahoo Finance Live, including that tech hearing on the Hill today where Mark Zuckerberg and Jack Dorsey are testifying. They are in a break. We're going to dip right back into it as soon as they return. We're going to take a quick break right here, but we'll be right back.